You could almost hear the collective gasp across living rooms and fan forums. It wasn't just a playful moment tossed into the mix for laughs. It was the spark that lit an emotional firestorm. Because if you follow Love and Marriage Huntsville, even a little, you know, nothing on this show is ever just a joke. Every sentence, every smirk, every sigh is layered with history, tension, and a whole lot of unspoken energy. And this one, it cut a little deeper than expected. To understand the weight behind that quick little comment, you've got to look at the players involved. Kimmy Scott isn't new to this. She's been in the trenches of reality TV long enough to know that every moment is a chess move. On the surface, she's the calm one, the practical nurse, the reasonable wife, the soft-spoken peacemaker. But don't get it twisted. Kimmy's also got a sharp tongue when she wants to use it. And she knows how to deliver a jab wrapped in silk. She's smart, calculated, and often funny. But when she speaks, people listen, especially because you're never 100% sure if she's being nice or letting you know you're slipping. Now throw Destiny Payton into that mix. Fiery, bold, never one to back down from a confrontation. Destiny came onto the scene like a storm. Quick-witted, unapologetically vocal, and deeply emotional when it matters. She's lived her storyline in full view. A whirlwind marriage that fell apart fast. A baby, a divorce, a business hustle, and a fight to maintain her place among a cast that sometimes seems like they're judging from the sidelines. Destiny doesn't just appear vulnerable. She is vulnerable, especially when it comes to love, and she knows it. So now imagine these twin screens sitting together, with the cameras rolling and the air thick with tension pretending to be lightheartedness. Kimmy throws out that line, "Maybe you need help picking male friends." With a smile, a laugh, and that trademark delivery that lets her say sharp things without raising her voice. Destiny laughs back. She leans in. She plays along, but only for a second. 'Cause here's what makes reality TV so brutally honest. It's not about the words. It's about the eyes, the posture, the breath. You didn't take when someone said something that hit a nerve. Destiny smiled. Yes, but for a split second, her expression changed. Her body pulled back ever so slightly, and longtime fans caught it. That moment of flickering discomfort didn't go unnoticed. It became the moment. Social media exploded within hours. Twitter users clipped the scene, zoomed into Destiny's reaction, and broke it down frame by frame like it was a Zapruder film. Was Kimmy being shady? Was Destiny actually hurt? Was this playful banter or a low-key dig dressed up in sisterhood? Opinions split fast. Some said Destiny was too sensitive. If you're on a reality show, you better learn to take a joke. Others felt the opposite, that Kimmy crossed a line by making fun of a soft spot she knew Destiny carried, especially on camera. Especially when the whole internet was waiting to pounce on Destiny's love life, like vultures. The joke hit, but the laughter that followed didn't feel clean. It felt like a mask. And that's what made it so interesting. Not what was said, but how it felt underneath. 'Cause everyone knows in Huntsville, nothing is ever said without a reason. Destiny has been through a lot, and viewers know it. Her breakup with LeBarick Williams played out like a masterclass in how fast things can fall apart. One minute she was celebrating a new marriage, and the next, she was filing divorce papers under the public spotlight. That kind of emotional whiplash doesn't just disappear. It lingers. It changes how you laugh at jokes and how you respond to subtle digs, even from people you consider friends. And when someone like Kimmy throws a line about your judgment in men, it hits all the bruises that never fully healed. What made the moment stand out wasn't just what was said, it was the context. Destiny has been fighting for control of her own story since the beginning. Every season, her personal life is on trial. Who she's dating, why it ended, whether she's telling the full truth. The audience, her castmates, even producers. Everyone treats her love life like it's a storyline to dissect. So when Kimmy decided to comment on Destiny's taste in male friends, it wasn't just a casual observation. It was a spotlight being turned back on the one thing Destiny probably wished everyone would just let rest. And yet it was so Kimmy to do it that way, with a light voice, with humor, with just plausible deniability. That's part of her charm and part of her strategy. She knows how to poke without looking like she's starting a fight. It's why fans either ride for her or call her out for playing both sides. She keeps her cool, never yells, never throws drinks, but somehow still manages to stir the pot just enough that people are left arguing over what she really meant. The debate didn't stay on screen for long. Fans took it straight to their timelines. Instagram comment sections were filled with people taking sides, digging into old episodes, pulling receipts. One popular post zoomed in on Destiny's facial expression at the exact moment Kimmy made the comment, "That's not a laugh, that's damage control." One fan wrote, another clapped back. "Y'all are reaching." Kimmy was joking like she always does. Destiny just can't take a joke. But there was a third voice in the mix, too. People who weren't necessarily siding with either of them, but asking a bigger question. Why is Destiny's love life always the go-to target? It's not like the rest of the cast hasn't had messy moments. Divorce, cheating, public arguments. This show is full of chaos. Yet, for some reason, Destiny's dating history always ends up as the punchline. That pattern says more about the group dynamic than it does about Destiny herself. Destiny has tried to hold her own in a space that's constantly pushing her into defense mode. And moments like this one don't just bruise, they accumulate. Eventually, they shape how someone moves in the group, how guarded they become, how willing they are to speak up, or how quietly they start to pull back. Some fans noticed it right away. They said Destiny didn't clap back this time because she's tired. Not because she agreed with Kimmy, not because she thought it was funny, but because she's learned that fighting back often makes things worse. That's what makes this scene more than just a shady one-liner. It's a reflection of how friendships can get twisted when cameras are involved. It's about how humor can carry the weight of judgment. And it's about how one person's joke can become another person's breaking point, especially when the past is still fresh and the spotlight never really turns off. The fallout from that single comment didn't stay contained to fan pages and Twitter threads. It started weaving itself into the fabric of the season, becoming a quiet thread in the larger narrative of friendship, power, and emotional exposure. Because here's the thing about reality television. Every little moment becomes a mirror. And for Destiny, this wasn't just about what Kimmy said. It was about what it revealed. She's never been the type to crumble under pressure, but the weight she carries is real. From starting over as a single mom to launching a business while navigating that feel more like battlegrounds than safe spaces, Destiny has had to armor up every step of the way. And sometimes that armor looks like a forced laugh. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes it looks like pretending you're unbothered when really you're just trying to breathe through the sting. For Kimmy, the moment likely passed with no second thought. To her, it was a line tossed out mid-con conversation, but that's what makes it so complicated. Kimmy's reputation for being honest and unfiltered has earned her respect, but it's also given her a pass. One that lets her say things others would be crucified for. That ability to keep it real while staying clickable is a rare skill in this space, and she wields it well. But every power has a blind spot. And in this case, that blind spot was Destiny's. Feelings? Behind the scenes, producers know exactly what they're doing. A comment like that, with its ambiguity and emotional charge, is gold. It gets people talking, it drives engagement. It makes fans pick sides. Most importantly, it creates story. Whether intentional or not, Kimmy became the voice that reignited the conversation around Destiny's love life and Destiny. She became the face of resilience or quiet restraint, depending on how you see it. The next few episodes will likely explore the ripple effects, whether Destiny addresses it directly or whether it simmers quietly beneath the surface. Fans will be watching closely, because the tension between those two women isn't just about that one comment. It's about history, about subtle digs and unresolved tension, about two different personalities trying to coexist in a space where vulnerability is currency, perception is everything. And this is where the brilliance and the cruelty of reality TV shines. Moments are replayed endlessly. Fan reactions shape narratives. Cast members have to relive its same wounds over and over as clips go viral. Reactions roll in and storylines evolve. It's not just about what happens in the scene. It's about how it's received. And in Destiny's case, the line between being real and being targeted is wearing thin. Still, there's something powerful in how Destiny handled it, whether it was strength, exhaustion, or strategy. Her choice to laugh and move on gave her back a bit of control. She didn't explode. She didn't create a scene. She let the audience decide.